Hello everybody, Dagmar Bryant, Mindset and Transformational Coach, coming to you today to talk about the power of visualization. And I'm talking about visualization with respect to creating your goals. Today I want to tell you a story about two guys. Their names, Peter Vidmar and Tim Daggett, who were competing for the USA gymnastic team back in the early 80s, going for the Olympics. They decided that to make it more effective for them, that when they were practicing in their hometown gym, that what they would do they would imagine that there were thousands of people watching them as if it was a real live event. And what's more is they said to themselves, well, let's make this more real. Who are we competing against? Well, we're competing against the People's Republic of China. Like that's ever going to happen, because at that time they were the best in the world. And every evening, whenever they were going through a practice, Tim would say, and up next is Peter Vidmar competing for the USA team. And they would make it as real as possible for themselves. Competing, going through their turns, doing all of their events that they needed to do. And they were able to do that really successfully. Now, a funny thing happened on the 31st of July, 1984. Imagine you are at the 1984 Olympic Games. It's the last event of the day. And competing for the last event is the USA team. And they are neck and neck with the People's Republic of China. Peter is up last, and he goes through his routine, and he knows that he's going to have to do it perfectly. There are 10,000 people in the audience. And you know what happened? He imagined that he was back home in his own gym, doing his routine like he had done hundreds of times before. And I think you know what happened. The USA team won, and they were ecstatic. But that is the power of visualization. They were able to take a moment in time and imagine it as real as possible. And guess what? It happened. I know for Glenn and me, when we were getting ready to go to the USA on our big trip back in 2017, when we had still to apply for our visa, I was already packing up the house. By the time we got the visa, it was less than 1 month from the 22nd of November to the 6th of December when we left. That's like a time frame of about 2 weeks. But in my mind, I could see it so clearly where we were living in our house in California. And I knew, even before the visa was granted, that we were going to be able to make this happen. Again, the power of being dedicated to a particular course of action, to being able to make that happen. And you can do that too. You can have that power as well. See yourself doing something that you really have your heart set on, and make it real. If you know that you want a particular house, well, how many bedrooms does it have? What kind of an area is it in? What colours are the walls? What kind of neighbourhood is it? You can visualize that and bring that in. Sure, it's not going to work all of the time. And just like Peter and Tim, you've got to take the action, because, hey, if they weren't going to take the action, they were never going to get the results. But today I'm talking about the power of visualization and how strong you can make a goal happen. I'm going to leave you with those thoughts. Thank you guys for listening. I hope I've been able to inspire you. Call me, contact me if you need some help. Thanks for listening.